Have we discussed zero electric field position? Yes, we have discussed that. Okay, so today we will discuss about the maximum electric field, maximum electric field okay, maximum electric field possibility. In last class we discussed about the zero electric field value. Today we will discuss just the opposite side, that is maximum electric field. So first of all we will discuss this for one pair of identical charge particle. Let these are two equal charges Q each is given at separation r from each other, right? And this is the line which is perpendicular bisector. So these two parts are r by 2 each. This is the line perpendicular bisector. Let these 2 points where the given charge is appearing, they are A and B. So this is the midpoint of AB, that is O. We need to discuss the maximum electric field value at a point on perpendicular bisector. So we will discuss it at a point on the perpendicular bisector, at a point on the perpendicular bisector, right? At a point on the perpendicular bisector. So let P be a point where we can assume +1 test charge. Let P be a point where we can assume +1 test charge. As I said that electric field strength calculation will be the discussion of force on a +1 charge, right? The electric field value will be always the force on a +1 test charge. So if this is the point P where we will be discussing the possibility of electric field, so that point is, let it be at a distance x from the midpoint of the given charges, that is O. Given charges are located at A and B, they are separated at a distance of r from each other, both are positive charge. So I have taken a point P at a distance x from the line joining charges. From the line joining charges, the required point is at a distance x. So to know the electric field, we need to know the discussion of electrostatic force on a +1 charge. So let this is be one force, let this is be the other force. Okay, so these are the two equal forces, F each on +1, or we can represent it by E also, as because we are discussing the force on +1 means it is expression of E. In general term we can say these two angles are theta each, then corresponding angles will be also theta each. Is that clear? So at P we can see there are two diverging forces on +1 charge, right? These are the two diverging forces at +1 charge at an angle of divergence of 2 theta. So what we can do, we can resolve this E in two components. Here also we can resolve E in two components. This component will be E sin theta, this way it will be E cos theta. For this one also, after resolving, it is E sin theta, and in this way it will be E cos theta. So this can be written twice of E cos theta, right? Based on theta angle made by the line joining AP and PB with the perpendicular bisector, right? As per geometry, these two angles I have taken theta each, right? So based on that, we can say at point P, net electric field that can be 2e cos theta, because we can see that sin theta components will definitely get cancelled out. Yes or no? Sin theta components, e sin theta components will be getting cancelled out. So it will be twice of e cos theta along the perpendicular bisector line. So therefore, this electric field value at P is twice of e cos theta. The expression of E can be written 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by this distance, right? This distance, square of this distance. So this is r by 2, this is the x. So square of the distance means r square by 4 plus x square, that into cos theta. Geometrically, this cos theta means it can be written again x by under root of r square by 4 plus x square. Do you agree with me or not in this expression? The expression will be definitely like this. Instead of E, we can write down it is kq by square of the distance of separation. So square of the distance of separation will be this one, right? So this distance is, this slant distance will be the fixed charge and test charge separation. So square of this means sum of the square of this plus square of this. Got it? And for cos theta it is base to hypotenuse, so I have written that. So that means expression at E, that can be written q by 2 pi epsilon 0, I can cancel 1, and then it will be x divided by r square by 4 plus x square whole power 3 by 2. So the point P being at a distance x from the line joining AB, that means x is a variable distance, we do not know the value of x, it is an assumed parameter. So based on various position of x, the expression value will also be different. So at any general position on bisector line, if the point is at a x distance, then expression will be this. But our objective is to find out the exact point on the bisector line where the electric field can be experienced as the maximum one. So therefore for the maximum value of EP, dEP with respect to x, that is derivative must be 0 using maxima minima in calculus. As per the concept of maximum minima in calculus, we know that whenever we want to know the maximum or minimum value of a mathematical function, we know that at its maximum or at its minimum, the function's first derivative becomes 0 with respect to its dependent, with respect to its variable. So in this expression, x is the variable, based on x the position will be decided, isn't it? So that's why we must differentiate here. So constant term will be kept as it is, q by 2 pi epsilon naught, and this differentiation will be done based on u by v. So it will be ddx of this expression, x divided by r square by 4 plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Okay, this to be differentiated, this result must be coming 0. Got it? So this implies that ultimately this is being the constant term, I can keep it as it is, but the differentiation will be done u by v, right? So u by v process says that denominator becomes square of this is u by v, denominator is v square, so it will be cube, and in numerator part v into du dx. So first part we will write down r square by 4 plus x square whole power 3 by 2, that is kept as it is. Differentiation of numerator, that is x is 1 minus keeping x as it is, the rest differentiation will be 3 by 2 into r square by 4 plus x square to the power half into 2x, right, chain rule, that is equal to 0, isn't it or not? Anybody of you having any doubt in this differentiation? U by v differentiation formula is what? What is the formula of u by v differentiation? ddx of u by v, what is it? It is v. So I have done that, kept v into, first I have kept the denominator v, differentiated u, then minus, kept u, differentiation of v is done. So this is equal to 0, first derivative. So that means this implies that it will be the numerator can only be 0. So when numerator part can be made 0, then we can see r square by 4 plus x square whole to the power half, that can be the common. So I can take r square x square to the power half, if that is taken common. I am not considering this because this is a non-zero quantity. So for comparing it to 0, so 0 possibility can only be possible from the numerator part after getting this derivative. So I have taken r square by 4 plus x square to the power half as common. So the rest term will be here r square by 4 plus x square minus, from the second part we can get it as 3x square, that is equal to 0. Got it? So from this derivation, that first factor being the sum of the two square term, that can never be 0, sum of the two perfect square terms can never be 0, right? So that means only the second factor can only be 0. So simplifying it, we can get it as r square by 4 minus 2x square, that is equal to 0, right? X square minus 3x square, you can see from the second factor. So therefore x square can be written r square divided by 8. X square can be written r square divided by 8, or x can be written plus minus r by 2 root 2. Plus minus means one x will be this side, another x will be this side. Symmetry points, right? So the value of x, which is magnitudically r by 2 root 2, the value of x which is magnitudically r by 2 root 2 will be that exact position on the bisector line at which the electric field can maximum. Got it now? So we have got the position, and in fact that maximum value you can find out in this final expression, putting x square equal to r square by 8. If you substitute x square is equal to r by 8 and this x is equal to r by 2 root 2, then whatever you get simplification result, that will be the value of maximum value of electric field at a point on the bisector line due to one pair of identical charge particles. Got this one? That means if you are asked that what will be the locus where electric field can be maximum, then you can say it is a circular locus of radius r by 2 root 2, because if you take a plane, instead of this line, if you take a plane dividing this AB perpendicularly, then every point on that plane at a distance r by 2 root 2 from the point O will be considered to be the point of maximum electric field. So how many points, I mean, like if you divide this line with a plane, so there can be infinite position all at a same distance from this point O. So obviously that locus will be a circular locus. So you can write down also the maximum electric field point will be appearing on a circular locus of radius r by 2 root 2. Got my point? The maximum electric field value against a pair of identical charges can be found on a circular locus of radius r by 2 root 2 lying perpendicular bisector with respect to the line joining charges. Okay.